Hey, it's Barb. It's a little chilly today and it's pretty wet out here. The pasture's a little bit too wet to ride in. The arena's it has a little water in it. So I left Nick in the pasture and I'm just going to visit with you today about an approach that I always used with my amateurs and non-pros when I was training cutting horses. So I always ask people, what is it that you would like to accomplish? In other words, what are your goals? So we talked about that, and by the way, there's a whole system of goal setting, but that's another topic for another day. But then I talked about, okay, so this is your goal, so let's talk about where your horse is, and let's talk about where you are. And then let's talk about where you guys are together. So to me, those were three very separate parts. And so here's how I thought about the horse. Okay, what's this horse's level of training? How consistent is he or she? How much seasoning have they had? How, what's their athleticism for what you want to do? What's their physicality, their soundness, hopefully great. And, we're not trying to overcome issues. But anyway, what are all those things? And where is your horse in his or her skill set for you to accomplish what it is that you have set out to do? So then we created a horses program. And sometimes that was me riding them for a while and then both of us riding them, and it just depended on the horse. But the horse had a program because the horse has very specific needs. Okay? And then we talked about the rider. Okay, so for what you want to accomplish, where is your technical skill set? And what is it that you need to learn? Like where are your strengths, and what is it that you need to learn? And how much experience have you had? And how are we going to go about building your confidence in order to do that? So that's the technical part of it. And then I always talked about the mental game part of it, which I don't really like that word game because it's just a word, I guess, but it's really kind of an internal state and an internal approach to things. And has a person ever had any kind of training in that? Do they understand that? Are they interested in that? And so we talk about that. Like, if it's showing, for example, do you like to show? Do you not like to show? Do you get nervous? Would you like to get your horse ready? All those things. So then we talked about their program and how we were going to accomplish the technical side and the internal, the mental skills part of it. And then I talked about putting the two. Okay, so your horse is here, it has his or her program. You're over here with your program. Not over here and there, but you both have your needs. Now, how are you going to put them together? And how does your horse maintain their confidence, and how do you maintain your confidence as you two really mesh together? And the idea is to be a team and to be very connected together and with the job at hand. And so I want to share with you how important I think the internal, the mental skills, if you will, side of the equation is. And that is because everything that we do with a horse starts on the inside of us. It starts with the belief in ourselves. It starts with if we think we're worthy, to be where we are, if we feel like we belong where we are, if we fit with a horse. It has to do with our state of emotion and how we think and what we do with our body when we ride. And there are so many fabulous skills and practices that are empowering that most riders have never had the opportunity to learn. And that's something I'm sure that that I'm very, very passionate about, because I see the power of it in riding, in connection with your horse, and in your life. And so I have been doing this free series of lessons, and tomorrow night, this video is out on Sunday, and tomorrow night, Monday, at midnight, my class Core Confidence is closing. And I close it because I start up with a new group of students, and I'm very involved. It's a coaching program as well as a short video program, and there's a link down below and you can go and watch the video and read about it. But I'm sharing that with you because I'll do this, or my plan is to do this at least once a year. And I'm not sure really if I'll do it 2 times a year because I'm very involved, and I really want another group of, a group of students, and I want to walk through it. But I just want to share with you that I think that it's an incredible opportunity for you to learn so many things that perhaps you've never had the chance to learn before, that so impact your writing, and things that we as writers and people, we're really responsible for finding those things on our own, unless of course we take these skills and practices and learn about them and practice them and get feedback in some kind of systematic or structured way. So that's what I'm about to do, and I want to make sure that you're aware of that, and I would love for you to join us. So just scroll down. There's a button there. It takes you to a page. There's a video. You can watch the video or you can read all about it. And it's open to all writers, all experience levels, because it's not really about where you are in your writing. It's about how you approach everything that you do. So I invite you to come with us. We have an awesome group of students so far. I developed this whole course. It really represents my life's work. I developed it over a couple of years, but released it for the first time last summer. And when I opened registration, I had over 25% of the students from last year re-enroll within the first few hours. And so I was like, whew, so grateful, and I think it really affirms the work. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. And whether you join me or not, I hope you know and hope you study and commit yourself to this work, because it's so empowering. It makes a difference with your horse and in your life.